iGrafx Process Central is a team-based collaborative solution for managing process information across the enterprise. In this demonstration, I'll describe how Process Central manages change, tracks improvement, and shares process knowledge widely. The benefits of Process Central include central storage and access control. By keeping process documents in a central database, they are easier to maintain and control from unauthorized use. As changes are made to documents, an audit trail is automatically created and back versions saved for later retrieval if necessary. Manage the life of documents through review, approval, and endorsement cycles. Share and reuse processes and objects in the resource model. Repositories are easily searched and queried by users. The Web Central component allows process knowledge to be shared across the enterprise without a cumbersome publishing step. Unlike data stored in file systems, all Process Central objects are managed so that when objects are moved or names changed, links to them are automatically updated. The Process Central Explorer is smoothly integrated with all iGrafx applications. The Explorer displays repositories available on the network servers. For demonstration purposes, I'll use the Financial Services repository on the local server. Using the Context menu, I add a combination of documents, like the iGrafx diagram open here, and other folders. Any type of file can be part of the repository, including Microsoft Office documents. The repository is secure, only deliberate changes are possible. To modify an object, I check it out of the repository. The checkmark indicator shows the state of the file. While the diagram is checked out, other users can view the latest version, but they can't check it out. The Context menu Properties dialog displays the name of the checkout user, in this case Mark, and other properties of this object. If necessary, I can work on the checked out diagram remotely and reconnect to the repository later when I'm ready to check in my changes. I'll demonstrate a typical document change cycle. First, I modify this diagram by changing its department structure. In this process, I want to insert two subdepartments. The dialog interface automatically lists only the subdepartments available in the top-level department I've chosen. More on this later. Two activities belong in the fulfillment department, so I move them now. I also want to link one of the shapes to an existing standard operating procedure in Microsoft Word format. This document is also stored in the repository. After inserting the link, any user can right-click to view its contents. Finally, I'll insert an annotation to help identify what I changed and why. When checking the document back into the repository, I'm automatically prompted to add a comment, which will become part of the object history or audit trail for this document. Remember how the dialog showed me what department names I could use as subdepartments? That hierarchy was defined by the repository resource model shown here. The resource model ensures that all process models in the repository use a consistent nomenclature for resources. To change the repository resource model, it is checked out and modified like other repository objects. If a department name is modified in the resource model, that change is automatically enforced across the whole repository. Process Central also manages links between repository objects. My call process refers to a Word document. If the Word document changes name, all references to the document from iGrafx diagrams are automatically updated. The repository manages cycles for the review, approval, and endorsement of repository documents. A review cycle solicits comments on work in progress. An approval cycle validates completed documents before their distribution. An endorsement cycle requires users to affirm reading and understanding of published documents. For example, I need a majority of the supervisor team to approve my process map changes before the diagram is available for enterprise-wide access. If desired, I can define a custom approval list. I'll select the Call Center Approval list and start the approval cycle. All documents awaiting approval have a yellow indicator on the repository icon. Adam Turner, a member of the supervisor team, has received an email from Process Central notifying him that the document is ready for approval. Within Process Central, Adam's approval to-do list shows all documents waiting for approval. From the to-do list, Adam can open a document and check the changes. Satisfied with the modifications, Adam approves the change by voting yes. If desired, the administrator can require digital signatures on all votes. Logged in again as Mark, the green icon indicates the document has been approved. The History dialog provides more details of who approved the document and any comments made. Also note that if desired, I can view any past version of my document. Keeping track of changes is important. I can also subscribe to any document to receive notifications of new versions, annotations, or changes in status. Locate process information quickly and easily. To find the equity placement process, I simply type the search term, click the search icon, and from the resulting list, I see its repository location, and I view the document. If necessary, I can fine-tune queries based on a number of built-in and custom object attributes that administrators can define for the repository. Repository access via search and other commands is restricted using access controls. I want the Everybody group to have rights to view all approved documents. I also want John to have administrator rights. Rights are inherited by folders and documents throughout the repository hierarchy. However, for any document, I can override the inherited rights. For example, I need to deny John from editing this document. Each role includes a set of permissions. The author role can edit documents, while the View Approved role can only view and print approved documents. I can define new roles that fit the naming convention of my organization. I've discussed creating repository content. Now I'll discuss communicating this process knowledge across the enterprise. Process Central technology called Web Central enables web viewing of repository contents without publishing steps and without any client iGrafx software. With any web browser, I explore approved repository documents. They are rendered on the fly with Java technology. These diagrams are accessible to all colleagues in the Everybody Windows group. Recall that I gave this Windows group, which I'm a member of, View Approve rights to the repository. If I want to access all files that I have rights to, then I must sign in with my Windows account for the repository. Web access includes the ability to navigate the repository hierarchy. I can perform quick searches for any repository text. All links are live, even links to repository Office documents, such as this Word document here. In addition, my account rights give me the ability to annotate processes from the web. The annotations are visible to other web browsers and users of iGrafx tools. To link existing web pages or documentation to the repository, I remove the frame to reveal the object URL to be used in the link. This URL never changes. It remains valid if the repository object is moved or renamed. The web link will not break. Thank you for viewing the benefits and features of iGrafx Process Central.